So for integration tests, we want to test the controller in here. So this guy, we basically want to send HTTP requests and not directly invoke these methods in here. And you'll see in a second what I mean. So for that, let's in here, so within the test folder java com.amigos code, we're going to have a new package, and this will be slightly different. So here we're going to call it journey. So this will be the journeys that the customer will have, i.e. registering a customer, deleting a customer, updating, so on and so forth. So let's just press OK. And now we're going to create a new and then Java class. And this will be customer integration and then test. Cool. So this will be a test that will fire up the entire application and send HTTP requests. Now, the first annotation that we need is this one that I've been telling you that we don't need, and that is at SpringBootTest. So in here, I'm within the official documentation for testing, and you can find this link under the description of this video. So this talks about testing within Spring Boot. But what I want to show you is if we look into the at SpringBootTest in here. So have a look in here. They say that by default, Spring Boot will not start a server. You can use the web environment attribute of at SpringBootTest to further refine how your tests run. So we have mock, which is a default. So it loads a web application context and provides a mock web environment. Embedded servers are not started when using this annotation. If a web environment is not available on your class path, this mode transparently falls back to creating a regular non-web application context. It can be used in conjunction with at autoconfigure mock MVC for mock-based testing of your web application. So this is exactly what we want. So you can have a random port, so loads web server application context and provides a real web environment. Embedded web servers are started and listen to a random port, defined port, and none. So you've got all of these modes. So we're going to use this random port, which will load the web server application context so that we have a real web environment. So back to IntelliJ, and in here we can configure this. If I press Command P, you can see that we have web environment and the default is mock, but here we want a random port, just like that. And we could use static import, and this looks neater. Cool. Next, let me talk to you about the next annotation that we need for integration tests.